My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Hearthstone's Blackrock Crash. As it turns out, they didn't refresh the Tavern Brawl. All they did is they took it down for an hour and pulled it back up with an extra character this time. The extra character being Rafam. The hero of power is Arch Villainy. Steal a card from your opponent's deck. If it is a minion, summon it. So I feel like a large amount of this is just going to be spamming that ability constantly. But if it does steal his cards to our hand, we need a way to actually play those out. So anything that helps us mana cheat out spells or cards that didn't start in our hand should be particularly powerful for us. Ooh, look at that Master Scheme starts in the base deck. Deal 1 damage, draw 1 card, gain 1 armor, summon 1 Boombot, upgrades each turn, upgrading all of those effects. Mind. So we've got an Eager Underling in here as well as an Evil Genius. Gang Boss. Okay, so no curve yet.
One shot, one kill.
Hey. I don't know if I want to drop an Evil Genius against that. I'll get a Loot Hoarder instead. That's way too much draw. Thank you for not trading. Gloves of Mugging. I mean, I can completely cripple my enemy, but like my board state is not getting better that quickly. I really don't want to be drawing that many cards either. Okay, that's good. Whew. Now I feel a little bit better about all this. Okay, apparently this is a face race. I don't think there's any push that the High Lord can do here to win. Yeah. I can also just Master Scheme your face for 7 right now as well. Although I will also probably kill myself by decking out, so let's not do that. I suspect that the damage will be dealt and then the cards will be drawn, so the enemy will die and then I'll draw cards, but I'll have already won by that point. I suspect that's how that would have worked, but I wasn't too keen to find out. Well, the problem with Robe of the Magi, right, is Hellfire is to all characters, and Master Scheme, you only really play when it's lethal. So I don't necessarily know if it's helping us in any direction. I'll take Dr. Boom's Boombox. And with it, I guess in control? I could go with empowering, but I suspect the Rins are so slow is the problem though. It's a bunch of value, but we have value. Our Hero Power, Gloves of Mugging, Master Scheme, we have value. So the only reason I would take this would be the Twilight Drake, whereas like Anansi, not good. Plot Twist, not good. Kobold Librarian, great. Eager Underling, depends. Fungalmancer, pretty good. And Young Priest, I guess it's just another 1-drop. Not super keen on any of the decisions I could have made there, but it's okay. I effectively just picked for curve. So I'm very hopeful that I end up with mana cheats somehow. Not sure how I would find it though. You can just start with an extra mana crystal. I'd be down for that. Okay, so keeping the Possessed Villager is really, really, really important here. Just because if we get the evil whatever, it can hit the Possessed Villager on turn 2, and then I can have my 2 lackeys already. 2 lackeys? 1 lackey? I think it's 2.
Get it out! Get it out!
That's okay. I don't have to try and trade here. I think I just take the Soulfire. Especially with the Boombox, it feels like I'm just going to go straight for the face constantly.
Deal.
Do I want to Master Scheme this turn? Saves me from taking damage from the enemy's Hero Power. And I mean, 3 for 1/1/1/1 is not that bad. Okay. So I'm desperately hoping the enemy summons a minion here that I can clear my own board against just by sacking all my minions. Yeah, I'll do it. I mean, it could do it. Okay. Let's see what we get here. How much damage we deal to the enemy, if at all. Oh, great! We actually just one-hit it. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Each of these are kind of understated for a 2-cost minion, so I'll transform each. It's fine. That's not great, but I've got Poisonous on the field, so basically whatever the enemy summons is fine with me. Cool. So now I could actually just play Boombox, and in fact will. So Boombox and then Soulfire the face, and then enjoy, you've just murdered yourself. Doesn't one of the decks start with Boombox, and then you can do that already to them? The Thief pack ignores the fact that our hero power means we don't need things like that. I guess I'm taking Curatives just to boost my HP while I steal all of the enemy stuff. Sorry, I just had to blow my nose into a handkerchief. Whew.
Versus Omnitron Defense System.
Alright, so Omnitron doesn't have that many good minions to pull out. Ooh, Gloves of Mugging on turn 1, though. Deny the enemy basically all of their plays? Yes, please. The enemy is going to have a lot of difficulty here. I'm not going to play Young Priestess and just sacrifice it with evil. Well, I might do it to a Clockwork Gnome, though, but I'm definitely... I can't Micro Machine right now, because the enemy hero powers, and then they can trade into my Micro Machine with the Cogmaster. Feels like I just want to generate those two. So the enemy hero powers this turn because they have to. They develop the Arcanatron. I have 2 minions with 2 attack on the board. I can just clear. That means that I can get the Micro Machine out there. Do I care about getting the Micro Machine out there? Like, is that a priority for me, or do I play the Imp Gang boss, stay on curve? I think I play the boss. And then if I trade off in this direction, I can actually save myself an extra minion. That's great. So next turn, the enemy summons Toxitron, and then the turn after that, Toxitron deals 1 damage in AoE. So it... Damn it. It was going to be really important. That I had the mana to take that down. That's fine. I'll go across anyway. It was going to give me the ability to get value out of the Clockwork Gnome before I lost it. Hero power, see what we get. I don't know. One of the big reasons I developed the Imp Gang boss earlier rather than any of the other available options is because the Imp Gang boss is going to be a great pair up against Toxitron. Just constantly generate for myself some extra minions. Alright, we've got this. Hey, we do have this, right? No? No, we don't have this. Maddening. Absolutely maddening. Alright, I'll just sack that 1 minion. Otherwise, Toxitron kills it anyway. And now I'll just murder Toxitron and hit the face. Your turn. Pretty sure we have lethal here. Just, I got a feeling, right? Might have lethal here. Oh, I did it in the wrong order. I just wanted to actually get a kill with the Master Scheme there. So it does look like it also resolves the summoning and the draws at the same time. So I suspect that I would have tied if I had have used it beforehand. Here's your loot. Again, the only thing we want right now is cheap stuff. Because otherwise, our hero power will overfill our hands. That said, Thief is just so much worse stats-wise than going for Draw. Draw gives me the ability to try and deck out the enemy by using my hero power and stuff like that, but I don't know about that being a whole strat. I'm gonna take this. It just gives me more flexibility. God. What mana cheat is even offered here that would be effective for us? Like, the only thing I can think of is starting with the extra mana crystal, but... Robes of Gaudiness? Would that be good here? I guess you hero power every turn as well as summon 2 cards. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, I desperately need things that I can drop early that do not have 1 as their HP value. I guess hero powers are also pretty likely to be useful for me. Enemy has a bunch of minions in that deck, I think. Job's done. Damn it. Don't want Fire Sworn myself. Thankfully, Imp Gang Boss is like possibly one of the most impactful things that we could get here for affecting this board. Because now I get to bop 1 and then set another up for the bop. Or don't you? That's bad. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's a problem. We're about to take a lot more damage than I can budget for. Oh, right, yeah, the enemies. So I still get the ability to remove 1 of them next turn. 2 of them maximum, I guess. Yikes. So I remove 2, the enemy removes 4 in their next turn, so I take 3 damage this turn and then 16 damage next turn for a total of 19. And I'm leaving a Unbound Elemental on the field as well. I do not feel comfortable with this. I really wish that I could just play the Swamp Leech this turn, but I can't because then it dies to the hero power next turn. I obviously can't play the Despicable Dreadlord, otherwise I die this turn. That's Overload for 2. I don't even want that. Yeah. Just yikes. I'm gonna need that Swamp Leech somehow to get stuck to the board and stay. It's not gonna do that. Dark Peddler. Probably Dark Peddler. Just see what options I have here. Because I have the ability to remove on board, but Dark Peddler would possibly give me the ability to do that without sacrificing as many minions. Okay, Abusive Sergeant is useful here, right? Yes.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
So I can Gloves of Mugging, deny my enemy like a bunch of cards in hand. Yeah, then hero power this turn as well. So I've got control over the board. Still not comfortable though. I may end up playing the Swarm and then trying to put an adaptation on top of it just to try and get it to stick to the board for a turn so that I can start lifestealing. Oh, thank you, Life Drinker. Extremely necessary. +1/+1 will do it. So then next turn I Blood Fury Potion it, hit the face, and then I'm comfortable on terms of HP. I tried so hard to get that to stick to the board. Ugh. Can't believe you would do this to me. Alright, I'm gonna actually keep my current board presence. Oh, okay. Perfect. There's a core hound. We're all good. So next time we have 12 on board, plus 6 in hand, for a total of 18, just short. Now we have lethal. Sweet. All works out at the end. Whew. That was a rough Gar fight. Probably the thing here I need the least is small backpacks. I may just take Haggith's Embrace, give me a little bit better board presence whenever I decide to start going for that. Again, none of these are that good. 2 Spirits of the Bat, yikes. Plot twist in an Hakar? Who's... Alright, yeah, that's a very specialized version of that deck, I guess, with Betrug and then... But you were drawing to the Bloods first. Oh, I guess you need Arc Thief for farm to get rid of them. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. You're offering me Huckster in this? But I'm a Warlock. All of this is garbage. I am amazed how every bucket offered so far has been complete trash. Fine. I'll take it. Just because Doubling Imp getting hit by either the Spirit of the Bat, which is not that likely, but getting hit by Haggith's Embrace, that's more likely. Seems good. Seems like a good time.
Versus Atramedes.
Okay, I imagine I'm gonna try and hit the board hard and fast. Ooh. Get mugged on. I'm not gonna take the Dark Peddler despite the fact that it fits the curve, just due to the fact that I have other 2-drops that are better. I have 1-drops that are better even. But also it's a low-cost card that gives me another low-cost card, so it's not necessarily great when your enemy has a weapon that gets better every single time you play a card. So if I play the Possessed Villager here, then the enemy hero powers summoning their weapon, then the turn after they usually play a Flame Imp. I steal from the verse though. Woohoo! Dragon Egg! Actually getting that Dragon Egg to grow is really good for us.
Get it out! Get it out!
Probably gonna go Dark Peddler, then Reverberating Gong next turn. Thank you! Oh! What a lovely choice you've made for me for some reason. No, it's gonna be Spirit of the Bat. Trade. Reverberating Gong. I don't want to give the ability to my enemy to actually use that to remove any of my minions, so as soon as it's a threat to them, it's gone. Alright, so we've finally got the Doubling Imp buffed here. I can also actually play out 2 more cards and then guarantee the Doubling Imp constantly gets buffed past this point. And in fact, I think I do.
Buying or selling.
Maybe we even play Shield Breaker.
You shall not pass.
And Hallucination. Give the enemy the ability to kill the Shield Breaker this turn? Sure. Don't want to get a minion with this, if at all possible. Well, it turns out it is possible to not get a minion with that. I'll take it. Great. Absolutely incredible. Okay. You're still only a 3. Great. That could have been a lot better. Reverberating Gong definitely goes out this turn. It might just be Life Drink or Reverberating. Beautiful. Still no Demon out on the field, so the Blood Fury Potion is feeling a little bad. Nice Twilight Drake. Okay, Doubling Imp is finally getting to a degree where I can actually, you know, play it without being sad. I think I'm actually so close to the enemy dying that I'm just going to use Reverberating Gong again this turn. Reverberating Gong has the benefit of the enemy always hero powers first on their turn. Like, it's as if it's auto cast, except they can't cast it while if they already have a weapon. So if they had a 6 drop in hand, they can no longer play it. They have to do the hero power first. Oof. Okay, you're actually doing some removal here. I'm not sure if it's going to beat my Gorehowl to the face, but... Another solid. It was actually starting to get a little scary there. By Atramedes. Alright, so now we just have Nefarian and then... Ragnaros. This deck is so bad. Why is it winning? Maybe empowering, I guess, because we can flood the board in like suddenly quite easily. So hero power after Muklas is really good here. Oh wait, no, Nefarian Velastras and then Ragnaros. Velastras is gonna be a problem because we still haven't gotten any mana cheat. So our deck is a little low cost, I guess. Are we going to be able to play things out faster?
You brought the city of Talaran to me.
Alright, I'm keeping this hand. And the reason I'm keeping this hand is because I think, like, sincerely, if I have just 2 Spirits of the Bat, it's possible the enemy doesn't play many minions early and I just walk all over them. Buff the Swashbuckler. Hey, it did. Hell yes. So now we can contest a Flame Imp. Enemy had to hero power on turn 1, so they didn't have the mana to play it, but oftentimes they'll play a Flame Imp after that. Get one of the Spirits of the Bat. Damn, hit the Life Drinker. Do I still generate a bat? No, I think I hero power. Really? Nothing at all. Wild. I can steal a couple cards from my enemy. Let's hero power first.
I wield the power
Nice.
of Blackwing.
The ability to just destroy a demon. That would have been useful for my enemy. Nice try. I think I'm probably going to play the double Spirit of the Bat and then trade here. Doubling Imp actually finally got hit as well. Lovely. Hungry Dragon, no. So I'm not going to be killing the enemy this turn. That is to say, their enemy on board. I can face collect a hero power just because it's like decent. Sure. Ooh, Dragon and Crusher, quite a pull. I should have hero powered first, just so that I would have been denied the echo of the Face Collector, rather than the possibility of getting denied adding a card to my hand from my opponent's deck. I'm gonna take both of them out already. It's always the unfortunate bit when they suddenly wisen up. Woo! Tail Swipe, neat. I'll burn a card from my top deck for that. So I've got a couple of cards in hand that are being like severely buffed that I should really just be playing. Hey. And in fact, now I have the ability to play each of them, but doubling it won't double. I don't know if I'm okay with that. No, I'm actually just gonna buff one of them. Just start going for damage. Especially because I have Bite and Tail Swipe in hand. I can push 8 just from my hand next turn. Yeah, that's one of the worst case scenarios for us there. Okay, so no lethal for me, sadly. Oh. Summon? It summons and it buffs it as well. Oh, lovely. Yeah, I guess I don't trade. So what? Worst case scenario, the enemy trades a 2-1 against a 5-2. Boo-hoo. I'll still just kill them from hand. Enemy's gaining a lot of life this turn. 6 up so far. It's such a shame they're queued up for an 8 down next turn. I mean, I should have just gone for the Tail Swipe and the Bite. Just would have been thematically appropriate. I think it's curatives here. Just for the extra HP and low-cost minions. Especially considering Veilastros. Alright. I think we've got this. I think despite the bad deck, that our hero power and our starting deck is so good that we should still be able to cruise through. Boombox is incredibly important. I don't want to burn it, so... Also, Spirit of the Bat is nice in a 2-mana card that doesn't add cards to my hand, so it's not going to cause too many problems for us. Swashbuckler got upgraded there as well. Lovely. Evil Genius is a problem in that I'd love to use it to... Oh. Mirror Image after the Spirit of the Bat as well. Oh my god. Spirit of the Bat, trade, next turn Mirror Image, and then Evil Genius, one of them. It's so good. And I've got 2 doubling imps in hand, so the hits should be good as well. No, that got the apple bomb. Another Spirit of the Bat there. I'm gonna play the Spirit of the Bat and then the Mirror Image, because I don't want to overfill my hand with more lackeys until I have the ability to get them out.
What's happening?
Do I use the boombox just to summon three of them? I don't think so.
Do you need a blessing?
So now I'll get 2 lackeys, but I'll only get to play 1. Sure. This rush, trade it off. These Spirits of the Bat are actually going to do some serious work for us. Oh ho ho! Only just managed to kill one. I also now know that the enemies prioritize the spirits really highly. Like in a way they definitely should not be.
Side effects? No.
Transfer a minion into a random minion costs more, sure.
More training?
As long as I get 3 cards out of my hand every single turn, we're fine. Oh god, Globs of Mugging is never going to be good here. I guess it just denies those cards from my enemy's hand at least. Do Do I just go Warface? Oh, Hellfire. No. I mean, I guess Corruption is on my best target. Oh! Of course not! You kidding me? Yeah, I'm just mugging the enemy. Deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. Yeah, let's do that twice. So the enemy just holds a bunch of deal 2 damage to the enemy hero cards? I've seen the enemy burn those from the top deck before, and I was wondering why I'd never seen them played. I just assumed I'd somehow ignored it. Maybe their whole thing is they wait until they have a bunch of them in hand and then cast all of them at the same time. It's the most charitable interpretation I can give you. Oh, Muklas. Sad to lose Muklas, but happy to summon a 6/6. Twice. Perfect. I desperately wanted to pull a secret there because I cast Hallucination with 4 mana, right? Against, I think, a mage. So I had 3 mana left, and I needed to play something that didn't take a space on the board or didn't generate a card. Secret is absolutely perfect in that scenario.
Well done.
Alright. Yeah, the Ragnaros fight is actually not that threatening. You have to be really, really slow and basically have nothing going for you in the deck for it to work. All of these are really good. Like the Wondrous Wand pulls from your deck, Muscle pulls randomly. My deck is relatively low cost, and the Muscle comes with a 4/5 body as well, so I think I take that. I could have taken Boombox, but yeah. Let's go Empowering again. So it's a big buff build. I very rarely actually hit those buffs, if at all. Like a large amount of my buffs come from Hagatha's Embrace and the Spirits of the Bat. I don't know if I've had an eager underling die at all this whole time. I think I keep doubling imps though. The fact that Hagatha's Embrace could constantly be affecting them, then I just drop them on turn 3. It's perfect. Okay, so it buffs before I draw, which is good. Ooh, especially there as well. This gives the enemy a target to swing against on the first turn. Or not. It gives me board control on the first turn, apparently.
More training.
Okay, each of them have gotten buffs so far. Obviously, I want just one of them to get double buffed, but... There we go. I could have hero powered and stolen cards from the enemy's hand, but no, it's really important you hit the board early. Yeah, especially because of things like that. Son of Flame is so damn powerful. And then on curve, we play the Boombox, and we've got the Doubling Imp in hand that it was guaranteed to buff that turn and is guaranteed to buff next turn as well. Oh, perfect. Ooh, the Muscle is appealing here as well. I could Muscle and Gloves of Mugging and make it really hard for the enemy to ever play any cards. Yeah, that's good. That also leaves the Doubling Imp to do more stuff. Oh, no, it doesn't. Not necessarily. Yeah. It doesn't necessarily leave that because there's the minions I steal from my enemy's hand as well as the minions I generate from Muscle. Still hopeful that Doubling Imp is the one that gets hit here, though. Do I just have lethal? Lava Burst is 5, 10, 60. No, I don't. Maybe play an Echo card. Get +1/+1. No. It's not gonna happen. Hey. Alright. Doubling Imp got bigger most of those times. That is insane. It's gonna have a casual 2 8/8s right there. All right. Return to Blackrock Crash to close it out in a single episode. Pretty ridiculous about that. Yeah, these Sons of the Flame are absolutely incredible. There was such a huge and annoying part of the actual Blackrock encounters. That is to say, the PvE Blackrock encounters in Hearthstone, not any Blackrock raids that may have existed and inspired them in World of Warcraft. Because there are a lot of times I'll be watching a Hearthstone content creator who's like, oh yeah, this is like it was in the encounter in the game. And they're always referring to Warcraft. Sorry, I am not familiar. I played Frozen Throne, but that's about it. For the moment, my name is Ren Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Blackrock Crash. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.